Hello everyone, my name is Legendary and this game is Rise of Kingdoms. 200 million power player attempt to actually zero him. But was the attempt actually a really good one? This is something that I want to talk in this video. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video, and today I'm going to talk about how to properly zero or attempt to zero very high power players. You're probably noticing 200 million power player, that's a lot of T5 in there, you probably agree. I would say that's probably around 15 million T5s, 14 million T5s, 30 million T5s. Does it really matter? It's over 10 million. I mean, that's a lot of T5s. It has been an attempt on him. The player is actually online. This is what I'm saying. It has been an attempt. But what I want to point out is the fact that the attempt was a really good one. I'm going to keep posting cards on the top, and you're going to see some bad attempts on how to zero high power players, and you're going to see some really good attempts on how to zero high power players like Solimar. But I want to point it out and I want to detail regarding this, because I'm pretty sure a lot of players probably want to do this, or in other kingdoms, or in Lost Kingdom, or in Original Kingdom, or wherever. Player might just want to do this, or might just want to try this, and they probably don't know how, or how is it actually possible. For a 200 million power player, my recommendation would be around 5 to 6 rallies. I'll be honest, the more the better. The more rallies you send, the faster you can take him down. And how to coordinate this is very easy. So for example, we take this player now. You click this player, you press rally, and then you select the commanders that you're going to rally with. For example, use Saladin and Genghis, and it's going to show you the march speed. Let's take 5 minutes. And then you have another alliance, another rally leader, which again is going to select this player and is going to press rally, and he's going to say 10 minutes. Now, will you both launch in the same time? This is what coordination means. You have to do the math. It takes 4 minutes to prepare the rally, and then you have to add the march time. So the player who has 5 minutes, he needs to wait for the player who has 10 minutes. So the player who has 10 minutes, it needs to launch his rally. It takes 4 minutes to prepare. You make sure that the rally doesn't get delayed, and then you wait another minute to march. And after that, the player with the 5 minutes will launch, because it has 4 minutes to prepare and 5 minutes to march. That's 9 minutes. And by the time he's launching, the other player should be 9 minutes away. I just took two roughly numbers, because obviously if you do like 4, 5, 6 rallies, there's going to be way bigger numbers. You probably need a piece of paper to actually do the math and the difference, or you can use a spreadsheet. When I'm going to post about Solimar, how it was actually being zero, you're going to see how perfectly 10 rallies were actually hitting his city, and that had a very low and minimum amount of dead to us, because it was very well coordinated from Kingdom 93, the 10 rallies. And I'm also going to post a card on the top, I think, when Tickle Fist was attempt to be zeroed, like 340 million power player or something like that, and the rallies were sent pretty randomly, and he was literally demolishing rally after rally, and he was having amazing trades. Like, he lost around 10 million troops and he killed about 30-40 million. Now how about that as a trade? From 300 million he dropped to 200 and something, but he killed 30-40 million troops. I would probably trade that anytime. Another thing that you can actually mention, or you can actually take from this image, is people preparing and gathering. So the rallies are not being launched yet, and it's still a couple of minutes away until the rallies are going to be launched, because people are still preparing around the city to actually reinforce. When you hit a player of this magnitude, it does so devastating damage to your rally that you need immediate reinforcements. They have to be on point. This is what I'm believing they are actually expecting. The reason I was recording this, because I was told that, it's going to be zero. But the player is online. He was actually waiting for this. He probably just wanted this, so he can actually get rallied. He just probably didn't expect 4 rallies. They kind of wear him down a little bit, and then he just bubbles. I don't think he had that. Well, I didn't check, to tell you the truth. He's done pretty good by being online and actually shielding, and the players who actually rallied him done an amazing coordination. One more thing you want to keep in mind, because they are also using commanders like Saladin, is that Saladin has hasty departure. Commanders like Guan Yu, with his expertise gives him 100% march speed for 3 seconds when he leaves the city. So this is a couple of things that you want to keep in mind, because your rally might just hit faster than you want. If you use Genghis Saladin, it's alright because Saladin is as a second in command. But if you put Saladin first, because they use Saladin first, will hit faster than some of the other rallies, which is not bad. Saladin being used first, it's a very tanky march. That's actually very good thinking, especially if there is a lot of skill damaging commanders defending the city. The reason I'm saying this and the reason I'm showing you this, even if you're not a rally leader, you can pretty much explain this to your rally leaders, or you can pretty much explain this to your players, and I can tell you that it will make sense and more players will gonna follow you. So instead of just throwing away your troops just because people don't have the knowledge on actually how to take down some very high power players, if you have the knowledge because you already seen a video, then you can pretty much explain them and actually tell them that this is the best way. Make sure the rallies hit in the same time or almost in the same time. If it's 10 seconds difference, it's okay, but if the rallies hit like a minute difference, then it's not okay, especially on this kind of high power players. These kind of high power players, they can mow down a rally much faster than you think. Alright, so I moved forward the video where he's actually getting rally because this is pretty much the most important part. We are all waiting peace from Boudica. There's no peace when you're actually rallying someone. So you're noticing the player that was actually on the north, it was right next to him. He used Saladin. I'm not sure if you noticed how fast it actually moved. That was a miscalculation. It's hitting first, which is, again, like I said, is not bad. But the other marches are way slower because I'm 100% sure this Saladin has hasty departure. He should have hit a little bit slower. Now, if he would have hit a little bit slower, if he would have taken consideration the hasty departure, he would have hit quite in good time with other two Edwards. This is another point I want to put out, is that they are using a lot of skill damage. This is what you need if you want to take down these high power players. You need a lot of skill damage and you need Tomiris. I haven't seen if some of them have a Tomiris. I see Edward and YSG. I see a Tomiris. Now that's amazing. You need to debuff so you can increase the others rallies skill damage on the target. You're noticing they're actually wearing him down a little bit. You see the health on YG is going down. The rally went all red as well, which is not looking good because it's also not getting a ton of reinforcements. And there you go, he's shielded. They pretty much built up his hospital that fast. I did check if he actually had some dead. I believe it doesn't actually update that fast. But since he actually bubbled, I also stopped the recording because what was the point to record further on. I also didn't ask for the reports because he bubbled, and just to tell you this, because he had YSG, I didn't actually pay attention who was the second in command. Just because he had YSG, I'm pretty sure, and the rally went on red, he had good trades. But this is when you launch the first rallies. When you want to take down these high power players and you launch the first rallies, you can't expect good trades, especially from the tanking rally, because it just takes a lot more damage being the initial rally. But after that, if the player doesn't shield like it happened here, or it actually wants to take more rallies, that's when you're actually starting to have very good trades. His troops count go lower, he start having just dead, no more hospital bills, and that's when you're actually wearing him down for good. Hope that this video was actually helpful. I try to keep it as short as possible, explain how this is very possible. If you're saying why didn't they imprison him, there were a couple of alliances, probably some other kingdoms could have imprisoned him. It wouldn't make no difference because he didn't have war frenzy on. Even if they would have imprisoned him, he could have bubbled. It's all about war frenzy. That's why they didn't bother to throw gems away on the imprison. So I actually hope you're gonna get something really good from this, because that's pretty much how you take high power players down. Like I mentioned, you can check the cards on the top. There's gonna be a couple of them regarding more zeroing about power players, so you can actually watch some very spectacular coordinations. Until next time, this is your boy Geroni signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there.